Hi, this is Shay Fergus, and you're about to watch the study of this painting. So the reason that I did this was for one of the jobs that I've been hired to do. I had to do some environments, paint some backgrounds for a video game. And even though it was something that I could do and I kind of had done in the past, I realized I wasn't so confident in it exactly. And when it comes to doing professional work, at least, you do need the confidence to just kind of trust your own judgment on lighting, on composition, on that kind of stuff. So I realized that it was definitely time for me to just look at a painting that I really liked of an environment and just kind of recreate it, do it kind of quickly, kind of rough, hence this. And yeah, that's what I did. And I learned a lot while doing it. It had an immediate effect on my work on the backgrounds, so that was good. And actually, for some reason, I just started off by winging it. I didn't expect to do the whole painting. I was only really going to focus on like a really small portion of it, hence why I resized the canvas so many times, just to fit everything in. And then also, I didn't do line art for it. I'm not entirely sure why. I was just like, I'm going to do a study, that's it. And so I didn't go into line art at all. Just went straight into painting. And luckily, it kind of worked out okay, I guess, but I think in future I will sketch things out a little bit just to make sure that things are where they should be. So as you can see, I'm jumping around a fair bit in the painting, working on the sort of distant mountains, and then the sky, then jumping back to the waterfall, back to the clouds. In the original painting, which I will show again at the end, I think, it's kind of hard to know what's going on with those distant mountains. Like, there are some things in the original that I deliberately omitted in my version. Like there's, if I remember correctly, there is a horse that's in the foreground, but I kind of, for whatever reason, I just wanted to literally just focus on the environment. But in the original, I did notice that there was something missing, I guess, which is considering the light source, where shadows are dropping and such. That tree in the foreground, I think, would have a different shadow. And that was something that I really debated about. If I stick as close as I can to the environment itself of the original, or if I kind of add what I think is missing, but that would sort of defeat the purpose of doing this study if I just kind of change a bunch and then be like, there it is. So I ended up omitting that shadow that I felt was really important. I guess I decided to just trust the extremely talented and experienced artist that originally painted this. Saying that, I don't know who that artist is. I tried to search, but I really could not find the name. So if anyone knows who painted the original, then please do drop a comment in the comment section and let me know so I can put some nice credit in as my inspiration. Okay, and there was a slight change, transitioning. The original video was in 2 parts. It's obviously been sped up a huge amount. I can't remember exactly. I think it's 10 times faster. Just yeah, 10 times faster, and then obviously with the little breaks edited out. So like, I don't know, when I went to the bathroom and such, or getting myself glasses of fruit juice, I edited that out. But yeah, so it has been sped up. But essentially what you're seeing is every brushstroke that went into doing this painting. And so just there, you saw me selecting a different brush, that huge pop-up that happens. But really most of it was painted with just 1 or 2 brushes, and I think most of them might have been the default brush. One of the default Photoshop brushes. Or saying that actually, what I used mostly was a brush that I'd made, yeah, I think this is it actually. It was a brush that I made in 3 minutes just before starting to paint this. I was like, I need a certain brush, so I think I did like 3 dots on the page, did some stuff to it, and then turned it into a brush, and it turned out to be my new favorite. But up until now, I completely forgot that I had that brush, so now I'm excited to do another environment piece as soon as I upload this video. Test out that brush again. Yeah, I was super excited. And there's something amazing as well, like, especially when you're starting out doing digital art, you think it's all about the brushes, so you're looking for the most perfect brush that's going to teach you how to paint. It doesn't quite work like that. Of course, if you're doing quick work and speed painting, it is easier if you have brushes that kind of help you, like textured brushes, just brushes of different types. It doesn't mean you're suddenly going to be able to do big masterpieces if you couldn't do that already. But there was something truly amazing, I find, about just making a brush that you really like, and you just made it yourself, and you did it kind of quickly. It's a really nice feeling. So that's something I definitely recommend to people. Okay, so now I think we're going to start detailing out this foreground tree. Now, all of this was streamed live, so there were people watching, and I was chatting to them while I did this whole piece. And as I was working on this tree, it was so frustrating. Out of everything in the picture, that tree was making me swear like a trooper, or at least swearing in my head. I try to keep it a little bit clean when I'm live streaming. But it looked like kind of dodgy, rotten candy floss. Like, it did take me a while to figure it out. It did not come easily at all. I mean, the type of tree, or the way it was originally painted, it almost broke my brain. So even with this so incredibly sped up, the tree is still taking a while, like you can tell. Yeah, it's at this point that I did get fully frustrated. Okay, and that's flipping the canvas. And for some reason, I think that's the first time that I did it. I normally flip the canvas a lot more. But because I wanted to do it quickly, I realized that I hadn't flipped the canvas at all, and I was kind of worried. Because flipping canvas, it kind of resets your vision, how you see the piece. So something so simple as things being on the right instead of the left, it's like you're looking at it with fresh eyes, and suddenly things that you did not notice before will suddenly become so incredibly apparent when you flip things round. And luckily things were kind of okay when I flipped it. I was thanking Zeus when that happened. But I find with drawing and painting people mostly, that's when the flip is really important, because the smallest differences in angles and the contours of, say, a person's face or in their body, they can be off just by a little bit, and it will change so much in how that person reads. Sometimes they could just the anatomy can be completely wrong just by one errant line in their arm or something. So definitely when I'm working on figures, creatures, I flip a lot, like a hell of a lot, and it's something that I really do need to do. Like, you beautifully render out a face and then you flip it, and then that face is so warped and it looks like a jelly bean. I think what I enjoyed most about painting this picture, my favorite parts were the water, which didn't take much time at all, but also just to the left portion of the painting, the large cliff and the smaller kind of rocky mountain thing right in front of it, and the waterfalls, like that kind of area, I really enjoyed it so much. And it's also really fun playing with depth as well, just getting those values sorted. So something that's essentially the same color but is quite a distance in front, getting that to read so that there is obviously distance between those two elements of the painting so that they both read. And another thing that I really learned when painting this is, was the color palette. These aren't really colors I would usually go for. It's definitely more saturated than I tend to go for. So that's always good to broaden horizons, especially with color. And there we have it. This is the final painting of Rivendell Art, originally by unknown artist. If you've enjoyed watching this, please do hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and that will notify you whenever I start streaming or upload a new video.